So,
Oh, that's fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'll be writing and drawing as we're
Okay.
talking. Yeah. So, well, Roger, can I get your birth date?
January 16, 1952.
1952. Okay, and you're retired now.
I am retired. I still work a little bit, but I'm retired.
Well, I'm semi-retired. I tried, but it just didn't work. So I just had too many people who needed help. So I kind of had to I just keep going. But I love it. Okay, the very first thing I saw, and this is nagging me, is there's somebody on the other side. This might even have been you, and they're just telling on you. But somebody who tried to cash in twice with the tooth fairy wanted to keep their tooth to cash in twice. Do you recognize that?
Not off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's going to be relevant to somebody. Yeah.
Okay, well, think about it.
Okay.
If any of your kids or anybody you know of.
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, well, I'm going to write it down.
Okay.
A little kid. That had to be a smart kid. Okay. Tried to cash in twice with the tooth fairy.
Yeah, I could have done that. I mean, it's a long time ago, but I could have done that. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anybody you could ask who might know, like a sibling or?
Yeah. I mean, I'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of unique.
We have I have an interesting story with our daughter, our older daughter. When she was little,
Okay.
she kept trying to find out who the tooth fairy was. It was kind of like, there isn't a Santa Claus. And so when she was, I don't know, 5 or 6, I wrote a note in French. I had a minimal amount of French, and I said in French, "My name is Marie," and I just threw her for a loop, man. She goes, "I don't understand these words," and so we have a tooth fairy story that goes back to her when she was little, and she still remembers this, and we talk about it today. So I left a note, but it wasn't in English; it was in French, to prove to her that she, in her little mind, she couldn't figure out all what was going on with the tooth fairy. That's pretty well known in our family here about that.
Okay, well, ask her about this.
Okay.
Because she may have been thinking, okay, this tooth fairy is real, and this tooth is really little. I can just stash it away and collect twice.
Okay.
Yeah, ask her about that. Okay, so there's a woman on the other side who told me that story. She has gray hair. She's sitting at a table, and she's writing like she keeps a journal. She has family stories in her journal, and she's saying, you really should do that because it's like living life twice.
This could be my mother.
She's an elegant lady. I mean, not as we would say hoity-toity,
Yeah.
but elegant.
My mom used to keep a journal and write things.
Mm-hmm.
One of the issues in our family, my wife was adopted, and her natural parent, but we spent 30 years looking for where she came from, and we finally found who she belonged to, and we found 2 sisters that are still alive about 4 years ago, and her parents passed on many years, 20, 30 years ago, and so This could possibly be my wife's mother. Her name was Vicky, and her father's name was Andy. But
No, if you know that your mother kept a journal,
yep.
This is your mother.
Okay.
Okay. And she says valuable records in there. Who has the journal?
Well, my wife keeps one regularly, and I keep one on the computer. I don't know where her notes are. I don't know. My sister probably has them, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
So that's an encouragement to go look those records, her notes. Okay.
Yeah, go look at her notes.
Okay.
You might find some really interesting stories. Go look. Yeah. Mother's journal. Okay, well, and then this comment, keeping a journal is like living life twice. I love that. The thing that I'm getting from this is the encouragement to keep writing.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anybody on the other side you want to hear from specifically?
Oh, I don't. The list would be long. I'm pretty.
Okay. Well, then, before we start that, there's somebody on the other side who dressed up for Halloween as one of the Hocus Pocus sisters.
No, it's not ringing a bell at all for me.
Oh, you're getting some obscure stuff here then, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, she has on her witch hat and dressed as a Hocus Pocus sister. Okay, so I'm going to write that. For Halloween. Now, some of this, doesn't make any sense until later.
Right.
When you look it up, and then it's like, oh, okay. And there's a little dog here. He looks like a Scotty.
Yeah.
Do you know who he is?
Probably, yeah. A little poodle, a little white poodle.
Okay. It's just little, and he's standing up like he knows how to beg.
Okay.
Okay. Well, he wants to say hello from heaven.
Okay.
He's a rambunctious little thing.
Oh, yeah.
So he said, it's true all dogs go to heaven.
Okay. Okay. That's great. Could be our other little, it's part Chihuahua and part Rat Terrier. Could be that one too. There's a couple of them. No. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's the poodle.
Okay.
But they'll all be there, and they'll be together. Oh, okay, yeah, here's the Rat Terrier. I'm looking at the coffee grounds, and he's kind of like peeking behind.
Okay. His name was Peanut. Her name was Peanut.
Peanut.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you have a dog now?
We don't have one now. We had two that we lost a few years ago, and we're kind of hesitant to get another one. It was just so painful losing them.
It is, but this looks like there's a dog coming to you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I know they're a lot of work too. I mean, besides.
Well, we enjoy them when we have them. My wife said that never again after the pain of losing them, but she's kind of We're going to move to a new house, and she's kind of thinking maybe we might get one. I don't know.
Oh, I think there's a dog coming to you. I'm seeing it from the back. And your dogs in heaven will help pick this dog out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so they want you to know we're on the job here.
Wonderful.
I could tell you stories about that. Okay, there's a man who it looks like he may have even lost his leg from the knee down. But if not that, it's like that leg was just useless. Okay, and he wants you to know that everything is fine now. Do you know who this is?
I have an Uncle Joe who died a long time ago, and he lost the bottom part of one leg. I think he may have been diabetic or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's an amputation, but...
Yeah.
So this is Uncle Joe.
Probably.
Well, there aren't that many people who are amputees. So
Right.
He wants you to know he's a good-looking guy. Okay. Good-looking guy. Now, this is kind of abstract, but it does show that his leg is missing. Okay.
I hadn't thought about him for a long time, but
Well, he thinks about you.
he always treated me very well. I mean, with lots of love and yeah.
On the other side, they're really eager to help us because they understand that this is the trenches. I mean, it's hard being in this flesh body. It's like life is a very hard school sometimes. And they know that, and they're completely, I mean, it's unconditional love. I can't even tell you how loved you are. And your mother is like, she's back there and she's raising her hand, which is, I think, would be kind of uncharacteristic of her behavior.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, but she's saying, well, me too, I loved you too, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing like, she said, heaven for losing inhibitions.
That's good.
Okay. Then there's this looks like a male, and there's a grave here that I think you go there once in a while. And this looks like it was a heart condition, unless that's a metaphor for his death broke your heart.
Well, my dad's death broke my heart, and I don't visit many graves, but we visited his probably more than anybody else's, and that's been many years ago. But he didn't die of a heart condition. I have a brother-in-law who passed, who I was very close to, and he had blood or arteries or clogged something or another. He was a heavy smoker, and he was working out and died and laid there for a day or two before they found him. but I was close to him too. And these are
Was that after your dad died?
yes.
Your dad helped him cross over.
Okay.
So that's why I'm seeing this heart. And that's why, at first I thought it was a physical heart, and then I thought, no, that's a metaphor for a broken heart. So when that passes through my mind, that usually is two things. That's two issues. So Dad helped. What's his name?
Bob. Yeah, Bob.
Cross over.
That would make sense.
Okay, so he wasn't alone. And your father wants you to know this. Bob wasn't alone.
Okay.
Not for 1 second. Before he died, before that massive heart attack, your dad came. And your dad said, "It's time to wake up now, Bob." And Bob said, "Oh, I dreamed I was lifting weights. And I dreamed I was about to die from a massive heart attack. What an interesting dream."
And that's what he was doing, lifting weights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so your dad said, "That was an interesting dream, but it's time to wake up."
Okay. Wow.
So he didn't suffer. Your dad was there. His soul was out of his body before that even happened.
Okay.
And he took him home,
Okay.
and home is a literal thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna write, "It's time to wake up now, Bob." And I can tell you from, I had a near-death experience when I was 27 years old from a ruptured tubular pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
And my body died. And I knew I was dead. I knew my body died. But I had no concern whatsoever about where my body was, just nothing,
Mm-hmm.
And so if you think that Bob would have been traumatized by that, he would not have been.
Okay.
Okay. So they're together. Oh, and taking care of the dogs, by the way. Your mother, not so much. Okay. Oh my, there was a mouse caught in a trap. That was just very, very hard for this person who had to take care of that mouse. And it was like, oh, poor mouse, just really concerned
Yeah.
for the mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, who is that?
Could be anybody. I can't. We don't like seeing anything die in our family, so that would be.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I feel like I had a situation like that. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then they're talking about your situation from the other side. And we're talking about that with understanding.
Okay.
Okay. They want you to know, though, the mouse is with them in heaven.
Okay.
And is well taken care of, has cheese every day. Okay. The mouse in the trap. That is a brutal way.
Yeah.
Okay. The mouse in the trap is with us. and well cared for. Okay, there's somebody on the other side who had a raspy voice. And you know, with older people, that could be a lot of people. But it's the rasp. It wasn't constant, but it came and went. Oh, but they're not taught. They're not done talking about this mouse. They're saying, "Bless your heart."
Okay.
All creatures, great and small, are loved by God.
Oh, wow. We're watching that show right now on PBS. All creatures
Oh,
great.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great and small are loved by God. That's giving me chills.
Yeah. It's a very good show, too.
This is coming from Bob and your mom and your dad. Okay, but there's a grandpa here.
Yes, well, I'm thinking it's my wife's father, my father-in-law, and he's the most recent of the bunch that died. He died about 3 or 4 years ago, and he loved all creatures. That would be him. He would not allow anything to die, and anything to die he'd bury, and he was like that. Yeah.
Okay, what's his name?
Bob has another Bob.
Oh, Grandpa Bob.
And there's a Grandpa Bob. I had an Uncle Bob, but for our kids, it was my wife's father named Bob. Yeah.
Okay.
He owned 80 acres of land in Arkansas. No hunting allowed, and he was in the area where everybody was hunting constantly. So that was him.
Ooh, that had to be a difficult situation.
Yeah, well, they didn't hunt on his land.
Okay. I think he had an enlarged heart.
Okay.
Before he crossed over. And literally, like.
Okay.
You know that, or?
I don't know that, no.
Enlarged heart. Okay. Well, it takes courage to live like he did. Took courage of conviction.
Yes.
Okay. You're going to hate this. He said, I didn't give a rat's ass what anybody else thought.
That's him, 100%. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly Bob Coe. Yes. I love him, we love him, but that's him. And he would say that too. There's no doubt. He could be ornery. Oh
yeah, he sounds like he was a tough guy. Okay, so I think I get this heart. I drew it as some people thought he was mean.
Yes.
But he was the biggest old softy in the world.
Yes.
I mean, they thought he had a black heart as an expression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People thought.
Yeah, that's he was a conundrum.
Black.
We moved to his place to take care of him in his final years, and he lived another 2.5 years, I think, after we got there, and he passed away. He finally went into a home. He wasn't in a home for more than 2 months before he passed, probably a month. But he whenever you ran into people and they found out who your father-in-law was or father with my wife, it was, you never know. If a lifelong enemy or a good friend is one side or the other, So that was.
Well, he didn't give a rat's ass either way.
Yeah, that's Bob. But he did have a good heart, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was an old softy. He said that. I suppose that depended on who you were. Okay, so let me see if there's. He's talking about playing checkers or chess. Anyway, he's playing some kind of a board game. And this is kind of a rough table. I'm sorry, that phone will
Okay.
stop in a minute. Okay.
He made all of his tables, and he had a table that could have been a game table. He played solitaire a lot.
Okay, that's what he's
Yeah.
doing. Okay, and it's this is definitely homemade table. Okay, so
That's him.
he
Yeah.
okay he said it isn't big.
No.
It's-
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. In fact, I got a table he made right in here, right now, under the computer I'm with using.
oh, okay.
That's one of his. Well, that wasn't his table, but it looks a lot like it. We have his table's over in part of the room. Yeah, we carry his. He made a lot of things with wood, and we have many of his furniture items that were still with us.
Okay, well that's really nice.
And the one table our grandson plays on. We keep his toys on that. The one table he made, one that we have, and so that would be where all these things. And my wife and the grandson learned how to play checkers the other day. So
Okay, there you go.
yeah.
All right, playing checkers. He said, I want you. Oh, he didn't. What did he? He didn't call you Roger. Raj? What did he call you?
He called me Roger. I think my dad called me
Oh.
Raj, but he
Oh, okay. So this is your dad popping in there.
okay. He called me Raj.
Okay, Raj. Okay, they're together up there on the other side,
Oh goodness.
and yeah, and they have a really good time.
Okay. They never knew each other in life. Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
On the other side, they're drawn together through love of you and your family. Love is like a virus, it spreads and it draws people together. And your dad is saying, I don't know when people are going to understand that love is like an energy and it's what runs the universe. And
Wow.
anything else is like clogging up the gears. The hate, the wars, the lies. He said, that never works. That never will work. And he uses that analogy, clogs up the gears.
Okay.
Love is the energy that makes the universe work. And he said, it is coming, but it's a slow process.
Wow.
So don't despair.
It sounds like him.
Okay. I don't know if I can even write that down again, but
That's okay.
okay.
He was like that in his life. He was a medic in World War II.
Oh, no wonder he would understand that. Love is the only energy that fuels the universe. Anything else clogs up the gears. Okay, so he has a question for you. But this is Uncle Bob. Okay, and Uncle Bob is saying, okay, he said, I drove those doo-doo-doo off my land when they wanted to hunt. And he said, I was angry. And he said, they were angry. And he said, what is love?
Grandpa Bob. Yeah.
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 What is love?
Yeah.
Defining love isn't so easy.
Yeah.
Okay. In other words, it's not namby-pamby. Okay. So Violence isn't love, is what he said.
Okay.
Violence. Hurting someone. Now, standing up for yourself, that's a different thing.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So it's almost like he's lecturing. Okay. There's somebody, Opal? This is a woman named after a gym, Opal. Wasn't Opal Popeye's wife or girlfriend?
Is that Tootsie?
No.
Daisy? No, Popeye. Olive Oil was Popeye's wife.
Okay.
I think.
Well then.
I don't.
Okay, then I'm wrong on Opal, but I'm getting that name, Opal.
Grandpa Bob's wife, who passed a while back, is Daisy. I can't think of somebody named after a gym. Opal. No, not getting that.
This is a reach, but did she have an opal ring? Or opals connected to her some way?
I don't know.
Honestly, I think it's a name.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have to consult with family.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Okay, I think we've exhausted the coffee grounds here.